Joining me today is Amanda Hirsch. You know her from her podcast, Not Skinny, Not Fat. It is so cool. And we get into so much why Dulu is the word of the day, how she ended up connecting with Meghan Markle, and how she started her life in this crazy, crazy world that she's found it in. And you would not expect the story. So let's welcome Amanda Hirsch. Okay, let's just start from the beginning because this is a whole story. You're from New York. You grew up between New York and Israel, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so let's take it from there. Bring me up to your life on Instagram.
I love how we're diving right in. I do the same thing. People are like, "Are we on?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, we've been on."
Yeah.
Get with it. Okay, so birth. We're at birth. We're
gonna cliff note it.
Yeah. So birth in New York, which like, OG, yes, baby. I love being from New York because it's like almost nobody really is, and at least I have that flex. So born in New York, grew up in the Bronx, which is another flex because it's giving J-Lo. However, I don't know if you're familiar, but like I grew up in Riverdale, which is in the Bronx technically. But yeah, it's like a very Jewish neighborhood, so it's not like giving the complete J-Lo vibe. But anyway, from the Bronx, Riverdale, grew up here, and then spent about like 7 years in Israel when I was like 7 to 14. Those really
that's a formative
totally
years.
Formative years. Then plopped back to New York at 14. Just in time for freshman year, which was lucky because if you plop in at like, in 11th grade, that's like a harder plop. Here was like, oh, I'm new, but everyone else is new. But I went to a really like New York City public liberal high school. Had a lot to catch up on, obviously. The last 7 years I wasn't here, but integrated pretty quickly, got with the protests, like again, very liberal, New York City, quintessential high school. And then graduated high school, college, and then post-college was like, oh, let me like go visit like the friends that I have in Israel. Ended up meeting my husband and living there for 5 years post-college.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Ithaca.
Okay. Ooh,
yeah.
Chilly.
I know, which like, that's what I'm saying. Like nowadays, like global warming, right? But it was like masking, like we were wearing masks and falling in the snow. Like this is nothing compared to the frostbite, like the real frostbite,
Oh yeah. Ithaca, for people who don't know, is very upstate New York. And I think the easiest way to describe it in the winter is fucking cold.
It's fucking cold. I mean, like people get suicidal up there. I'm not kidding. Like it's a real thing. Look it up. So, I mean, they do because they go to Cornell. It's like that was another thing.
Yeah. And Cornell had to put the netting under the bridge that everybody.
Yes.
I have a very good friend who went to Cornell. So she's like, yep, the netting under the bridge.
It's a real thing, which again, I went to Ithaca, not Cornell. So it'd be like, where did you go to school? Ithaca. Where is that? In Ithaca. Oh, Cornell. No, Ithaca. The not Ivy League one. The not Ivy League one. But yeah, so then I graduated college and wanted to go kind of have fun. Ended up not really getting to have like my single fun that I thought I was going to have because I met my now husband pretty quickly after arriving and ended up staying there for 5 years with him. Then we moved back here in 2015, which is when I started all of this. So that's in a nut. That's
okay,
in a nut.
but that's a lot because it gives you a very open aperture of more than just New York.
Right.
You know what I mean? It definitely culturally, like you live, I mean, that's why people always go like junior year abroad. Like it gets you out of where you are in that straight line.
Totally.
And I think it's so important. Instagram comes around. Why did you just start doing memes? I mean, what was this? Because in the very beginning, you remember it was like I forget what the guy with the not beige. You know, what I mean, it was her and her
All
husband.
those, exactly.
All
You're
those.
there. All the fuck Jerry, the beige
Jerry.
cardigan. Hence, like, I think people that maybe got to know me later are like, why does she have that dumb name? And if they realize that I started when those people were happening and that I wanted to be like them, then it makes sense because it's like, oh, you were trying to think of like a fun, catchy kind of name. But around that time, so it all kind of connects because when I moved back here in 2015, I had always been a kind of like, oh, yeah, it's fine. We're moving. I've lived here my whole life. It's not a big deal. I'm just bringing this like foreign guy who like doesn't know anything. And I'll have to like kind of figure it out while like being responsible for him. And so it all came kind of crashing down mental health wise. And I really got like debilitating anxiety. And all of a sudden it was hard for me to like manage this big move that I thought would be an easy undertaking.
No,
so,
like, by the way, no. And if he's Israeli, even harder.
Yeah.
Because they're very set in their ways.
And he was an Israeli that didn't want a green card. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I found the only one that was like, he was doing me kind of a favor. He was like,
Right.
you meet so many that are like, marry me, and just let me come to America. And he was not that vibe. So, yeah, I felt a lot of pressure. I felt a lot of pressure on myself because the whole time I was living there, I was like, if I was in New York right now, I'd be a really big deal. And it's just because I'm here that this isn't happening for me. So I was always kind of Delulu in that way of like, I meant to be a big thing. I'm not. And like, it's because of this circumstance or that circumstance. So that was another thing. It's like, we got here, all that like talk that I talked, it was money time and I wasn't getting any of these, like, even just like a cool job. I always say that, like, all I wanted was like, let me work somewhere cool. Let me be an assistant, at Bustle.
Right, exactly. Let me do something New York cool.
New York cool, like Carrie Bradshaw vibes, and
right, totally.
I wasn't getting any of that. I ended up getting a job as a recruiter, like super boring, like searching on LinkedIn all day. And I think that combined with back on the subway, the Times Square, the people, the like, just a different, I wasn't used to it. The last 5 years were different for me. So it all came crashing down. And these meme accounts put a smile on my face, the like we talked about, the fat Jewish, the fuck Jerry, all those names. And I kept on like, again, day in, day out, like reading it, chuckling. And then one night I was just like, I had a minor in writing. I always loved writing, was kind of like, I want to kind of have my own account and let's see if it was just an idea and it wasn't even born out of maybe this will get me, but I think after I started and people were connecting to, the things that I was writing, it was kind of like, maybe this will get me the job at Elite Daily, like
right.
maybe Bustle will see I could write these, little, or BuzzFeed rather, they do those listicles. I was like, they'll let me write a listicle because now I have like a resume. I can add like, I have 50,000 followers. I have this like writing portfolio. So I was very like kind of, the only calculated part of it was like, this can get me to like the next thing. I did not think that this would evolve into where I'm at today. Okay. I thought like, this is kind of a portfolio that I can use. A resume, always. That's how I grew up. It's like, build that fucking resume, That's how I was. So it was born out of, a dark time that helped me kind of put a smile on my face. And then I saw the opportunity of like, this ought to help get me a cool job. Right.
No, I totally get it. But were you always funny? Did you always look at the world through a different lens?
Yes. I mean, imagine saying that. Yes, I'm hilarious. I mean.
Well, no, but people who are like, I know I'm funny. People, well, I mean, there are people who think they're funny and they're not. But that's a completely separate annoyance. But just like people who are stupid but think they're smart. Most dangerous people in the world, in my opinion.
That's
but did you? It's so true. If people think they're smart and they're really stupid,
I like the opposite. I like to like be secretly smart and just call myself dumb all the time, and then people don't know what to expect.
Okay, we are separated, but I do the same thing. I walk into meetings and they completely underestimate me, and I'm this and I'm funny and then you try and do business with me.
Cut
Guess
fucking
what?
throat. Yeah.
Yeah. Guess what?
Yeah.
Wrong. You underestimated. Always
Well,
better
that's
to
what I love.
underestimate than overestimate.
I completely agree. And
Okay.
the fact of the matter is I do feel a lot of the times, like especially, I talk about this a lot, like when I started transitioning from the meme account and started covering more like celebrities and pop culture, now it's kind of cool and like celebs care about celebs and it's like a whole thing. But it didn't used to be, it used to be kind of like if you were reading those magazines or talking about it or whatever, like it was like, okay, like you are superficial, you're shallow, and you care about things that don't matter.
You mean like me? Like me.
Like us.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
us. It's us.
First thing I look at every morning, Daily Mail.
Wait, that is the low. That is the low of the low.
But I gotta see. But now they want you to have an account to read the really good stuff.
No, and we will not
Yes.
pay $1. Like we
No.
will not pay that dollar.
No.
Like it's
No.
the same with the New York Times when I open that up and they're like, member. I'm like, sorry, Vanity Fair, $1. Pay $1.
Yes.
Sorry, can't do
but
it.
I do the same thing. I will not do it with the Daily Mail. I feel that it's asking too much of me.
No, it truly is. They need to just like, take what they can get with these subscriptions.
Anyway, but we digress.
We
But
digress.
yeah, so I'm one of those shallow people.
Always knew to a Delulu way that like I meant for something more. All these jobs that I'm working, like it's hilarious that I'm doing this because this is not me. And it was almost like it sounded like a psycho because even like, like I would apply for like apartments or something and you would have to say what you do. And I would tell the landlord like, so I'm like currently a bookkeeper, but like that's not like who I am and it doesn't represent. And they'd be like, okay, like just need to see your pay stubs.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't care about your dreams and ambitions. We just can you make the rent?
Exactly. But it was so important to me to kind of a pathetic way of like making it known everywhere that I go that like I'm working this and I'm doing that, but that's really only until I like do something really great because that's what I'm meant for. And I think like really that Delulu self belief and believing in yourself in that way and keeping that going from a young age till you're 30 or, whenever you manage to break through in a way, that's admirable because you could, lose faith at, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. But for me, it was like, it wasn't, and I think this goes for a lot of people today. It's like, you cannot know exactly what you want. Like if you want to be an actor, a singer, a dancer, now it's like influencer, content creator, podcaster. I just knew like I wanted to be in this industry in some way. So that's why for me, it was like, let me be backstage, even though I would have, it probably wouldn't have I probably would have been backstage like, no.
So how did it transition from a huge Instagram account to a podcast? Now, granted, everybody's doing that now.
I know.
But again, you were not everybody was doing it then.
Which it makes me really happy because I think when this medium started, which I definitely wasn't like the first, I wasn't a pioneer of podcasting, but it wasn't, let's say like the podcast network I'm part of now, I remember had like 9 podcasters and now it's probably like, I don't know, I don't want to misspeak, but probably over 50, close to 100. And it's a small one, but it's like things were smaller, but I did know that I couldn't shut the fuck up. The stories weren't enough. They kept on cutting me off. It was like 15 seconds of stories then. And I was like, I just need like a larger, more space to just talk about this stuff. So that's how it started. It was a very, very like the next step is just talking more about this here. But I think then it was like, oh, and then I'll talk to other podcasters. And then it was like reality stars. And then it became, because I think it kind of happened that I was talking about these things. So if I was talking about reality stars, they would come on the pod. And then it was like I was watching shows and talking about it with my audience. And then it was like, oh, now these actors are willing to come on because I'm talking about their show. So it was kind of a very organic, like beautiful thing in the way that it happened, because it wasn't a calculated thing, and it wasn't, you know, all until this day, by the way, like I'll have people on that I'm genuinely interested in, that I want to know about, that they're on shows that I'm obsessed with. Like, so, and I think that was what was different about me at the time, is like, you know, I think my passion to what I was doing was really obvious. It's like, it's obvious this bitch is obsessed with this online, but offline. Because people be like, how do you manage it? Like, how are you? And I'm like, I am doing this anyway. You know, like I am.
Totally. I'm
right?
watching these shows anyhow.
I'm watching them anyway. Like, you're reading the Daily Mail anyway. So it's just like, you know, cluing you guys into it too. Because like, you're not reading it. Because like, you don't want to read it. You want the Cliff Notes. I want the TDLR or whatever the fuck, you know, like I want the full thing. Right. So it was just very genuine in that sense of like, I'm doing this anyway, whether it was a job or not a job. I'd be reading about this, I'd be caring about this, and this would occupy a lot of my brain cells.
So your first big get was the Kardashians.
I would say Kim was like a bit, I mean, in terms of like huge, yeah.
All right.
Kim.
So how did you have a booker? Did they reach out to you?
So I still don't have a booker, by the way. I still don't have a booker.
So how did Kim happen?
So Kim happened, and this was wild, because I think this is what's kind of beautiful about the internet and scary, is like you never know like who's watching. So at that point, like I didn't even know that like Kim was, she later said on the podcast that she had been following me from like, what do they call it? A Finsta? Which like I look back and I'm like, what was I saying back then? You know, like I'm not sure everything was positive. I had some snark. I could have had opinions, but I think that they may have like appreciated that in a way, you know, which again, everything I'm saying is like reminding me of your mom a lot, you know, which is, she's such an idol to me. And it's like people appreciated that, like, I'm not sucking your dick. I'm not kissing. Oh yeah. I'm not sucking your dick, kissing your ass, but I'm not being like a bitch just to be like a bitch. Like I'm saying something, and you know, I thought about it, or I, you know, mean something. So I feel like they must have liked that in a way, because yes, they did reach out to me, which when I say it out loud, like it sounds like it's made up, but it is the truth. But yeah, I got like, I won't forget, I was getting my nails done at like one of the salons here, you know, on the Upper East Side. And I get an email, it's like to my contact, contact me on my like website, which like nobody ever uses anymore. And it said like Kim Kardashian for not skinny but not fat. And I was like, what? And it was like the Kardashians are moving to Hulu. It was that when that happened, and like we'd love to have her on the show. And I was like, this is such a fake email, and it's so mean that somebody would do this to me. Like this is a next level trolling. And then
you're
I
like,
checked,
not funny.
Exactly, not fucking funny. So I looked up the sender, and it was real, and then it was real, and I obviously couldn't believe that at all. Like couldn't believe, until I was there at the Skims HQ. I was like, something's gonna happen here. Like something's gonna take a turn. It's not gonna happen. She's gonna cancel. But like, thank you so much for thinking of me. But yeah, I couldn't believe that it happened. And I remember asking her on my pod, and she was like, yeah, I followed you for a long time on like an account, a Finsta account. And I look back, I'm like, oh my God, what I've been saying, you know? But that's what's like nice about the internet, is like, you never know who's watching. And those were the things I was telling myself when I had just started that meme account, was like, you never know who you can get to and who's going to see it, whether it's like Kim Kardashian or Kim Kardashian's like assistant, you know what I mean? Who's going to tell Kim Kardashian about it. So I always had that belief that like, your shit can get to people, you know? And now we see more than ever, like we see the celebs commenting on things about them. It's just, it became so obvious to us, but it wasn't that obvious in, you know, 2015 or 10 years ago, that like you can post something even if you have 50,000 followers or whatever amount, and it could get to them. They could see it. It can show up for them. Somebody can send it to them. So it was a huge shocker to me that she wanted to come on, and I, just had to assume like that she liked what she saw and that she assumed it would be a safe space to come and talk. And that was when Kanye, everything was going on, like the divorce. It was the divorce. It was Pete. Like it was a big time.
That was a heavy gossip time.
It was a heavy gossip time.
So wait, I have to go back for 1 second. What is Skims HQ like?
Skims HQ is, listen, I will say this. It's what you see on the inside, like that we see on the show. But what shocked me is like the outside you would never know. Like you're in a techie part of like Calabasas. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're pressing whatever floor and you're with like a FedEx guy that's going to like a dentist's office on the other floor. Like, in that way, it's crazy to me because you're pulling up to like regular office building, So, but inside, obviously, it's very Kim, like very monochromatic, very, very all of that.
Yeah, it has to be like looking around going, wow.
Yeah.
This is so you did Kim. Did that open the floodgates?
It did. I think now looking back, when people ask me, I'm like, okay, like, yeah, maybe it did. But it did because I won't forget, like I came back from LA because I went to do an LA. And they were very happy with the episode. And Tracy, who works with Kim, texted me and was like, so Chloe next? And I was like, ha, ha, ha. And she's like, no, Chloe next? Like, when can you do it? And I was like, oh, my God, what?
Exactly.
So that happened. And then Kourtney was actually like my favorite Kardashian. So I had Kim and Chloe. And then I remember seeing Kourtney and being like, gel, like you weren't on my pod because like I have such a fucking dumb mouth sometimes. And she's like, we're going to do like a day, like blah, blah, blah. And then that ended up happening too. And a little bit later. And then just this year I had Chris. So I waited a while. I mean, finally had Chris this year and it was super, super nice. But they've always just been so kind to me.
People don't realize also that they are the most professional. They show up on time, ready to go. And that's always, I mean, that says a lot about their work ethic that comes right from Chris. That opened the floodgates.
I mean, I wonder, I need to look back, like, because I look at it like, I didn't feel this, like, huge change in my life, But I think it's like every guest can always be an opening to, like, somebody else feeling comfortable coming, we're seeing that like it's worth their while, but it's not like I felt like a huge change in my life, like I always kind of remain the same. I have to say that about myself. Like I'm always kind of like at the status quo of like, okay, like I don't get like, wow, now this happened and, my life has changed. But if it gave somebody, a desire to come on the pod that wouldn't have before, like I'm super grateful to Kim about that,
Did you when did it dawn on you when you were saying like you're kind of still like maybe at one point you had to realize you had a hit on your hands. It became like a must do for major A-list celebrities. There had to be one night that you got into bed and went, holy shit, I cannot believe this is happening.
The thing is, like, how it is in this industry. It's like I can have that night and then the next morning be like, I'm such a loser and like nobody wants to do it. You know what I mean? It really is.
But that's a neurotic Jewish, like I have that every day. And I'll never have another job. No one will ever want me.
No.
Oh my God, this is over. No,
I had this, I really wanted, because I was telling you before, like, it's very personal for me. So like, if I want somebody on the pod and it doesn't end up happening, like I can take it really personally. It's hard for me to like, not in the way that like I'm a big deal, they should come.
No,
but
like,
just
oh my God,
like,
why don't they want to?
Yeah, like they hate me. No, actually, Melissa, they hate me. Like that is it. They hate me. And sometimes I need friends or anybody like to be like, they don't hate you. Like they don't. Could you ever assume that it's like not personal, that maybe they just don't want to do a podcast or they aren't going to be in New York? And I'm like, and I'll make a case of like, no, they hate me, So I do have that problem. So I don't let myself soar too much in my mind. I do have the moments of like not believing that a certain guest is coming. You know, when I had Kristen Stewart, it's like I still to this day I'm like the fact that she would come on is crazy to me, you know, and the way she was so fucking cool about it and everything. But then it just takes one no from a guest to bring me right back down. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it doesn't last long. It's like one no of like she'll pass and I'm like, okay, I'm a loser. You know?
I have a double whammy. I then have to go back and think, what did we say about them on the red carpet? Or what did my mom say? Or was it something on Fashion Police? Like
No.
but I'm saying, some people remember, but most people don't. Like, I'm like, oh my God, they hate me.
They hate me.
They hate me.
They hate me. They hate me.
It's constant in my head. You have a very, which I love, unfiltered take on pop culture. How do you decide what is worth talking about? I mean,
Risking
I
it all.
draw a lot
Yeah.
from my own life and things that annoy me or shows that I'm watching but what for you, what is something I have to talk about. Like the first time I really truly gave a big opinion was just this year with the Lauren Sánchez Jeff Bezos wedding. It was the first time I've done one by myself not the first time, but where I'm like, okay, let's discuss.
So for me, it was 2020. It was a pandemic. Let me bring you right back to that time. I think, by the way, if we're talking about like floodgates, that was a big growth time for me, which is another thing that I like to say because it was right after having a baby. And I always say people are so scared to have kids. And let me tell you, like my shit took off when I was so fucking postpartum that I was breastfeeding while giving my opinions, looking like God knows what, no ring lights, no fucking anything. And that's when I took off. Like between 2016 and 2020, like I didn't make a dime off Instagram, anything. I was still doing 2 jobs. It was only after the birth of my son that I got like my first brand deal. So just so you know, this I feel like can be inspiring to people, can make them less afraid of having kids or thinking that they have to wait till they're super successful in their career. So just so putting that out there, that didn't happen till after I had a kid. But I remember the scandals that I was all fucking over was Armie Hammer and Hilaria Baldwin. Those were the two.
But Hilaria Baldwin is the gift that keeps giving.
I know, and I had her on, by the way, this year, and I feel really bad for her, and I do, and I actually had to own like the things that I did say because I said,
why do you feel bad for her?
Okay, so here's the thing, Melissa. I feel bad for the people that okay, this industry, you know this. What do these people want more than like fucking money? They
Fame.
want to be loved by the people. Like they want to feel loved and adored, right? So like if it's J-Lo or if it's like Blake Lively or if it's those big people that you know they're dying because like the people have turned a little bit and a lot of it for, you know, but it's like all they want is like it doesn't matter that they have, 50 million bajillion in the bank. Like if people hate them, that's like, I feel like worse than dying. Like they want to be loved. So when I see people like that, it kind of breaks my heart for them. And I know from Hilaria, and she has told me like, why do people have it out for me? Like, she just wants a little bit. Like, people went on Dancing with the Stars this season and skyrocketed, right? Blew up.
Right.
Like Whitney from the fucking Mormon and Alex Earl and like everyone dies for everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody died for her. Like nobody was like Hilaria, like my winner. And she's a good dancer and she like did the things, but she like wasn't, and it's just like, I could just tell like all this girl wants is like people to like her, and it's like not working for her, so that's why I feel bad.
Okay, that is fair enough, and I completely can buy into that, and we're not going to go down the Hilaria hole, but I do have to say something. She did it to herself.
Okay.
She did it to herself. Remember all the pictures of her doing yoga in the Isle of Plains?
But like, don't you think that that's like, that's her, like, that's who she is. She wasn't being ironic or
No.
funny. That's the girly.
Right, but then the fake accent and
I know, but here's the thing. I think the fake accent like also is like, part of a bigger problem,
But
because
it's a problem.
but it's a problem. So I'm saying like I don't feel like she's like doing it maliciously. Like she told me after the pod, like on the pod, I said to her, I said something like, by the way, like I also love Spanish, not as much as you. Okay. And somebody had written in a comment about that, like, Amanda, that was so funny when you said it. Like, and like I commented or liked it or whatever. And she wrote to me and said, I don't understand this. Like, what do you mean you love Spanish, but not as much as me? And I was like, oh, I said it on the pod, like,
Right.
that you love Spanish more. And I could tell by our back and forth that like, because she said something like, that would be like you saying you love English.
Okay.
So that's where we are. So that's where we are. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Melissa, that it's like, it's there. Like she believes this, and we're trying to tell her that it's not. So when she said, would you say this about English? Like, I don't really know what to do with that, then we're in a different place,
By the way, you have given me a much probably healthier perspective on her. So I feel like I appreciate that. Who was the celebrity that you got that you went, holy shit, and became, I remember times on the red carpet where, and I met everybody, where I would literally become tongue-tied.
Like who?
And I
Who was it for you?
Well, there were a few, but there was one time at the SAG Awards, and I'm small. I'm like 5'3" if I stand up really, really straight. And there were the bushes, and I was doing it with my old co-host Todd Newton, who's like 6'2". So I was standing on a little apple box. And very often when there were high hedges, I'd stand on a little apple box. And if it was someone like an actor that you didn't want to make him feel like he was super short, I would step off the box to do that. So, and it's a little box. So we see Tom Cruise coming, and I'm talking to Todd, and we're doing our shtick and doing whatever. And all of a sudden, I feel an arm come around my waist. And I look over, and I am literally eyeball to eyeball with Tom Cruise.
Eyeball to eyeball.
Literally this far from my face. And here, veteran red carpet, always something snappy to say. Here's what I eked out. Hi. And that was all I could say.
Wait, eye to eye means he is your height.
But I was standing on a little box. He's not a tall man.
Oh, you were still on the box. Okay, you were still on the box.
But the box was only 6 inches. He's not a tall man.
Yeah.
But I was literally, and here is what I said. Hi. And the other one I was embarrassing in front of was Peyton Manning. Like, I did everything but go, I love you. You're my favorite. I can't live without you. Like, I literally almost went there because I'm a big football fan, and I would always have fights with people. But yeah, that was live. That was where I was literally like, hi. And then Todd did the interview. I'm like, thanks. And like, but he had his arm around my waist. Like, I did not know what to do.
Were you turned on by it?
No, but the point is, you are standing so close. He is so intense. He is so handsome.
Yeah.
He makes this crazy eye contact.
Yeah.
And you just don't know where to go. Like, you literally don't know where. Like, it is all that charisma.
But you know what? I feel like
coming at you.
Because
now, it might be Scientologist training.
But like, you gave 2 examples of men, right? And I feel like if I had like Jacob Elordi, like I would have a really good story for you because I would be the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like, and I have to say this like about men in Hollywood, which I don't know if you experienced, but like the ones that I've had that even are cute never gave me that energy. Do you get what I mean? Like, I almost feel like, do they like girls? You know what I mean? Like, am I hideous? You know, am I hideous that they're making no, like, I don't know, just like, I want some vibes, like a little, like, you know, tension to like, you know, make it. And it's like these Hollywood fucking guys are like either so in love with themselves or like they're just not giving that to me.
But because we don't have movie stars
anymore.
We don't have George Clooney, who is maybe the most charming human being you have ever been in a room with.
Oh, really?
Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
You don't have, right now we don't have these, you know, they keep trying to say Glenn Powell. But you don't have that, oh my God.
Yeah.
I understand what a movie star is. You get that more from women because they walk in and they would be on the red carpet and you're like, I have never seen a human being this beautiful in front of me.
Right.
Like you're just, your jaw is on the ground where you are like, what must it be like to wake up like this?
Oh, did you see that he said he won't kiss any more women in movies and TV? What do you think of that?
I think George can do whatever the hell he wants. And what people forget is he's very funny. So he can lean in to all the sarcasm, all the funny, all these things. We forget movies. And oh, by the way, Brad Pitt's another one that you walk into the room and it's like the charisma hits you. You know what I mean?
He's that guy. I know.
It's real.
But don't you think that like Jacob Elordi would give that today? Like not Glenn Powell, maybe Jacob Elordi.
Maybe, but it's just a different presence.
Different
They're
vibe.
not trying to be little and hide and, oh, don't look at me and I'm incognito. These guys walk in and own the room. And there's women like that too. You see these women in person all done up on the red carpet and it is like your ego takes such a blow. I can't begin to tell you because and I get right up there and I'm like, Jessica Biel has the most perfect features you will ever see on a person.
Like and in real life, it's
J-Lo too. My mom said these perfect little sculpted, like it's a joke. Like you're like, you're so pretty. Like
I know
you
that.
don't know what to say.
You're so pretty. That's so funny. No, I totally get it.
Okay.
Who did I feel? So I will say like Kristen Stewart was one that I felt like that with because not only of, you know, the fact that she's like A-list and huge, but also because she wasn't quite the girl that I would ever think would do my podcast, you know? Because like this is like pop culture vibes. Like, not that I make them talk about pop culture, but just like in the essence, it's giving like basic bitch pink, you know? And like, I wasn't seeing that for Kristen. Like, so that was a huge one for me where I was like actually nervous more because I was like, is she going to think I'm such a basic bitch? And she's so cool. So she for sure doesn't connect to basic bitches. So we're not going to connect. So cool. Like, she's just not going to connect with me because she's going to be like, okay. But what was so great about this interview, and it's one that I really, really love, is because she, I feel like, was a different Kristen that day and, you know, was less of her, like, shy, introverted. And she, like, was giving and she was funny. She, like, made fun of me a little bit. And she was just, like, everything. So that was one that I was, you know, really the night before, like, oh, my God. Not gonna like me, or she's gonna, you know, think that I'm like so basic and she's so cool. But she first of all, she is so cool. Like, no matter how you flip it, it's like, it's not an act. Like, it is that. Right. But she was also down to get down, you know, and really kind of take a little dive into the basic bitch pool, which I appreciated.
It's like those people who you're like, I want to be you when I grow up. Yes. Like, it's like one of those. we got to talk about the Meghan Markle
Oh, yeah.
moment. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You basically said on your show about with love, Meghan, you said you were concerned, that you were worried. So two questions. Why were you worried and why did you even care?
No, first of all, like, but Melissa, why do I care about anything? Like, you were asking me before, like, what's the hill I'm willing to die on? Like you were with the Lauren Sanchez stuff. Like, I could die in the dumbest hills. But no, with actually Meghan, it was such an impromptu video, which, you know, a lot of things in my life are like, I, you know, worked hard, I manifested, I, you know, believed. But a lot of these things that happened to me are kind of like from this dumb thing that I did, you know? So that's an example because I wasn't a royalist. I wasn't, you know, there are people that hate her and people that defend her. So I was neither, but I, you know, kept on seeing this like mega hate. And I was kind of a like, if I had to choose a side, it would be that I don't hate her. And I don't understand why everyone is so fucking mean to this girl. And then I heard about the show. And then I saw the trailer for the show. And when I saw the trailer for the show, my instinct was, oh no, like, here we go again. Everything these people hate about her is coming to fruition on the screen. She's trying to be relatable. There's like a little bit of fake laugh. Like, it's not going to be good for her. So it's literally just a stream of consciousness of like telling the people that, like, you guys, I'm worried about Meghan. By the way, I never do a green screen. I did a green screen of like the trailer behind me and like my little face being like, I'm so like cringy. I couldn't even watch it after this whole thing happened because of it. But I basically was like, I'm scared for her. Like, I'm scared for her. She's like doing the thing that everybody hates and people aren't going to like it and they're going to say she's doing it. So never would I think that like a few months later, I would get a note from Meghan on her little monogrammed stationery that says, Amanda, I heard you were scared. Don't be. This is the best part. Let's enjoy it. As ever, Meghan. And it was legit, and she wrote it, and it was her idea, and it was her note, and somebody showed her that TikTok, and the speculation after was like, because it got picked up, you know,
it got picked up everywhere.
The Daily Mail loved it. Daily Mail loved it. People, I don't know if I'm, you know, convincing myself, but I thought it was like a good moment for her because I think people were like, oh my God, Meghan gave it back to this podcaster. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like that was the vibe. Like, she's in on it. The headlines were like, Meghan had the perfect, you know, response to a podcaster who, so I felt like it was a good moment for her. I was like, people think that this is like, she has a little snark, she has a little sass, she's in on the comments. People think that she's not, that she's like aloof in the air, like doesn't care. But I think that this was like a moment that was cool for her, definitely cool for me to get the note from her. But I will say that a lot of the speculation thought she had like some snark in it. I do not think it was snarky at all. I think that she is kind of a Hilaria in that way, where like she genuinely thought I was like scared, like, I'm scared, you know what I mean? And that she was genuinely like saying, don't be scared, Amanda. It's going to be okay. You know? Like, that's my take. I feel,
Okay,
by the way, I feel on you that if I had to guess, you're not a lover.
I'm not a lover, but I come at it from growing up in the entertainment industry and knowing how the sausage gets made and seeing mistakes. Like, I would have been like, oh, she's still using the Sussex crest. Like, I'd have been like, you say you don't, you're half in, you're half out, you're making money on one. You know, it's like, no more, please, no more applause. No, please stop, you know?
Yeah.
That's what gets to me, but I think that's also because of just how I was raised. But before I let you go, could you talk about pop culture and trends? And I feel myself becoming so over fucking saturated by so many trends. And basically, trends are in your face and pop culture is in your face 24/7. So I'm going to list some pop culture moments from the past year. And you tell me if you agree or disagree, if we have like put enough, let's put these things to bed or things we want to keep going. Okay. Number one, Katy Perry in space.
Like, stop talking about it, you mean? People,
Yeah, like enough.
Enough.
I mean, and now we've moved on to Justin Trudeau, so we've
Okay,
had that
so
pivot.
I think the context of the space is needed for the full Katy Perry picture is what I want to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like it all adds up. And when you see her like concerts now and the Justin of it all and the everything, like we need the context of the space. So I'm okay. I'm okay with addressing it. I'm okay with talking about it.
Okay. Do we really need to know every time Lauren Sánchez and Jeff Bezos go out for a walk?
Definitely not.
Like saturation.
Wait, so your hill to die on was you hated the wedding. You hated
it's not even my hill to die on. Like these are things that like I'm just like enough
with talking about it.
Yeah, just get the shit out of my face.
Yeah,
I don't need any more of this.
For sure.
Okay, and I want to preface this next one that I am a Swiftie light. I'm not like a hardcore. I'm a Swiftie light.
Okay.
But I cannot deal anymore with the drip, drip, drip of information constantly. Like, have you had it with that? Like
with the Taylor news,
and the drip, 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 drip. Like,
what's the drip? Wait, what's the drip? Tell me about the drip. The wedding drip. Where are we at now?
Well, I mean, first we had all the are they or aren't they dating? Then oh my God, we're so in love. And then are we or aren't we going to get engaged? But wait, there's 2 more albums that we're going to put out first. Drip, drip, drip. Oh, and then I'm going to do the show. And then are they or aren't they getting engaged? Oh my God, did you see how they were holding hands? Drip, drip, drip. Oh my God, we're engaged. Wow. Drip, drip, drip. When's the wedding going to be? Drip, drip. She was out to dinner with so-and-so. Is this an Easter egg about who her bridesmaids are going to be? Like, I can't take
so you want
minute.
The wedding to be over. You need the wedding to be over.
Just like enough. Either say nothing or tell us everything. It's the constant, like you can't read or go anywhere without hearing about this. I saw a thing yesterday with like a picture of Travis looking sad. Of course they're sad. They lost the game. It was like, oh my God, is now he going to retire? Is this going to change the relationship? Is he going to stay playing? Oh my God. Like,
it's too much. You want less. You want less. Okay. So I am also, I would say, a Swiftie light. I am more of like, I love her music. I respect the hell out of her. I'm watching 100%. The Disney show and the show on Disney for her tour. And like, she's that girl. She's talented. She's smart. She's a music. She's all of the things. I could not care less about Easter eggs or dates or drip, drip, drips. You know, like I'm not that girl. I'm more of a like, she's engaged. Great. Like I'm not following every step of every game she goes to. You know, I don't care about every game she goes to. I don't, you know. So that's my vibe on them. I'm not sick of them. Like I'm happy for them, but 100%. Yeah, it's like if I see them going to dinner right now, it's not like a shocking paparazzi moment for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like right. It's like Haley and Justin go to dinner. Like, are they another one on your list?
No, but it's the same thing. It's like enough with the pop culture
and enough with speculating about Justin. I'm going to add one and Haley's marriage. Like Justin and Haley seen together amid rumors of marriage troubles. And I'm like, where are the rumors? Like, and who's and what's going on? He is, though, like live streaming on some app that I didn't download. And like, I don't know what that is about. So if anyone is watching Twitch, I don't know if you guys have heard of this.
But yeah, it's like enough pop culture discussion about this. Wicked 1, Wicked for Good. Is there going to be a Wicked 3?
No.
Cynthia and Ariana are friends. We get it. They're holding hands. Like,
oh my God, have you seen that rumor about them being in this? This is like an AI rumor.
Yes.
That like, wait, you saw it? Like, it was like Cynthia and Ariana are in a non-committed, what do they call it? Like, not polyamorous, like some other.
But it was hilarious because they were making fun of it.
I know, but by the way, like people thought that was true, AKA people, AKA me for a minute until I did my due diligence and I was like, okay, it's not. Okay, here's a shocking thing that I may be canceled for. I did not watch Wicked or Wicked 2.
Me either. Me either.
Stop!
Me either. Oh my God. Me either.
Stop! You didn't
I
cry for days?
No, I have not
Oh
seen
my
Wicked.
God.
And my husband turned to me and goes, we probably should at least watch Wicked 1. I'm like, saw the play. Like, enough.
Stop.
I watched the Glee cast sing the big songs. Like, I'm done. Like, I've had enough.
Oh my God. No, so I didn't watch. And then the second one came out and I didn't watch. And the friendship and the interviews and the nail and the like protection. And then people like it's, yeah, that is actually, I would maybe put that at my, not in my, you know, I'm not like, ugh, I can't. It's just like, I'm not in it. And the only
like,
thing
enough.
that's interesting about the press tour is like the friendship. But like, I don't, it's like whatever.
Like I say, it's just like enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Enough.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Okay. Two more.
Let's do it.
Love Island. Did we really need 36 episodes and now life after the villa? Like, again, I have
Babe,
hit
by the way, not
saturation.
36. I'm sure it's like 66. Like,
Well,
really?
I think this season was just 30. All I know is like I got oversaturated really fast. I'm like, enough. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it.
Well, here's the thing with Love Island that will blow your mind. No, I'm just kidding. But I think will make people think. Most people don't care about life after the villa. We forget about these couples. You know, all of a sudden you'll hear like Kenny and whatever broke up, and you're like, oh, okay, I don't care. Like, we lived it. We lived the days in the villa. But like, we for some reason don't care about these relationships. I'm speaking for myself and for like a chunk of the population. But like, yes, I don't care about the current. I'll like see Iris on the red carpet with like the second guy, TJ. And it's like, great, you know, like it's great. I think when they're in the day-to-day villa, people really care. But I have to say, like, yes, they have their Instagram followers and the careers they made from it. But I think like most people, we kind of live for the villa and not for the after the villa. I wonder if that will even keep going.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
I'm
me,
not in it. I'm not in it.
Yeah, you say I'm not in it. I just say like enough,
Enough.
and then
Enough.
Labubu's.
I was never in it.
You were
I
never.
was never in it for a
Me
damn
either.
fucking second. And if I see a kid with 10 on their backpack, I know that's not a kid that I would want my kid to be friends with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you are. I feel like we're virtually the same person, but you're almost
That's such a compliment.
the nicer version of me, giving people like a larger scope.
A
Like, well, they
grace.
just
Yeah, I
wanna be
do.
loved.
I know. I do have that part of me that's like, ugh, I just feel bad because like I said, like I'm so like, I have those feelings, right? Of like feeling like a loser or feeling like people don't like me. So I can only imagine, you know, what would happen to me if I had to experience some of these things that these people experience. Like that's the only reason. So I guess I am really sweet. I guess I am.
I'll buy into that. Talk to me in 15 years.
When I get like
Anyway.
disillusioned from it all. Okay.
When
Yes.
you're on the side of like, really?
Yeah.
Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast at Not Skinny But Not Fat on Instagram and TikTok. I am so thrilled to meet you.
No, me too. It's
Like,
such
I
an
feel-
honor, honestly.
Oh, first, really? You want me to buy that shit after all this?
I
can't.
swear. But it's true. It's so
Well-
fucking true.
Then you have a very low bar.
No, I love you and your mom and we watched you guys as a family like for years. I'm sure I'm not the only fucking person that says this to you, but like it's like, you know, it was part of our household. So
Well, thank you for doing this.
thank you for
I just
having
had
me.
the best time.
Oh, me too. Thank you so much.